Welcome to Growing Up Boomer. I'm your host, Padre, with my co-host, Professor, and this podcast is dedicated to the life and times of the baby boomer generation. The show is loosely scripted, and sometimes we'll go down rabbit holes, and where it leads us to, one will never know. This podcast can be informative, funny, and sometimes irreverent, but most of all, we hope you find it entertaining. Hi, I'm your host, Padre, and welcome to Growing Up Boomer. Now, for the viewers, as you can tell, we are a little bit different today. In other words, we do not have the professor. And as you can see, my background is a picture of my office because of the fact that it is the holiday season and the office becomes Grand Central Station when it comes to wrapping gifts. So the office is a mess. So I'd rather just put a picture. I didn't want you to see the mess behind us. And besides, a lot of my grandkids and kids watch this podcast. I don't want them to see their presents in the back. All righty. The professor will be back with us probably sometime in January. You see, he does not understand what retirement is. All righty. I mean, the guy takes Tai Chi. I mean, he does work for people. You know, as you know, he was in the mortgage business, so he's always helping out people. He's got business. I mean, you know, the guy's got fiscal, and so he probably will not be with us till sometime in January. But you'll have to suffer through me. Okay? So, you know what we're going to do is we're going to do a article that I read on baby boomers at the supermarket. Okay? Now, I read this and I'm thinking like, okay, this is a Gen Zer and stuff like that. I'm sorry. A lot of the stuff that's in here, we do. Even I do. I'm going like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did this. And then I start noticing myself when I go to the store, I'm doing that. But before we get into the podcast, I got to tell you, I had a major event in November. It was my birthday. Okay. Now I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I will tell you is that I'm older than the LA Lakers, the LA Dodgers, and Disneyland. And of course, I remember, and if you listen to this podcast for any length of time, you remember me telling you the story about when Disneyland was having its 50th anniversary. And so we were watching TV and they're going on and on and on and on. And then all of a sudden, my son turns to me and he says, "Hey, Dad, you're older than Disneyland." And I said, "Yes, son, that wasn't so bad." But then he says, "They've been around forever." That made me feel bad. I mean, you know, I'm thinking like he probably thinks I was, you know, with the Flintstones here, you know, pedaling my car with my feet. But having said that, I didn't really want anything big, you know. I mean, we talk about stuff about, you know you're getting old. First of all, you know you're getting old when the number of candles on your cake is more than the guest at your party. And then you know you're really getting old when the candles cost more than the cake. Okay? I've been there. All righty. So, and then, you know, I was telling my daughter when she came over, you know, she says, "Oh my goodness." And I said, "Yeah, you know what? I don't consider myself over the hill. I consider I'm just taking the scenic route." Okay? So what ends up happening was that we go to a movie because that's all I want. I told the wife, I don't want any presents. I just love going to the movies. And anyone that knows me knows that I love bad movies. I mean, you know, I am just the connoisseur, or as my old partner used to say, connoisseur of all bad movies. All righty. Now, so I told my wife, no presents. You take me to the movies and a nice dinner afterwards. And she goes, okay. We went to see Sisu 2, The Road to Revenge. Now, if you've seen the first one, okay, now myself, I like the first one. I mean, these were just a body count type of movies. And I will tell you this, the hero in this one, Superman is more vulnerable than he is. Okay, I mean, Superman, you can kill him if you just have kryptonite. This guy doesn't die, and they do some crazy stuff. I thought I was watching like Fast and Furious. I mean, they do some crazy stuff in there. But if you like those kind of movies, I recommend it highly. Now, the thing with this one is that it gets started with a body count right away. Where the first one, okay, it kind of introduces you to the character, but not only that, it takes a little bit more time in kind of molding the Nazis. Now, of course, everyone hates the Nazis unless you're a Nazi, okay? But what ends up happening as they introduce them, you learn to hate them even more. So, when they meet their demise, you're happy, okay? But this guy, the stuff he does, like I said, Superman is more vulnerable. But if you like those kind of movies, I recommend it highly, okay? Now, as I said before at the start, we were talking about movies. Not movies, I'm sorry, stores, baby boomers at the store, at the grocery store in particular. Now, how about we always shop during the weekdays. Oh, we're retired. Okay, so we go there in the weekdays, which is good. And because you know why? It's because a lot of times these stores have $5 Fridays, $5 Mondays, and you can tell when all the boomers are going to be there. It's going to be on those days. Because I'm on those days. I look at, hey, what's going on for $5? Man, I'm there. Okay, if I could save $1, I'm there. If I save a penny, I'm there. Speaking of which, you no longer can get pennies, apparently. So we're retired, so we're always there. And then, you know what? I don't do this because I used to be a store designer, and I understand how everything lays. But we'll always question the store layout. You can hear them talking. They're always questioning the store layout. Well, why is it this way? Why is it that way? And, like, oh, please. Okay, they do this constantly. And one thing we do, and I caught myself doing this, is we block the aisles. Okay, we take the shopping cart down, we stop on one side of the aisle, and then we shop on the other side. Or how about when we chat? Oh, look, and then we start talking with people, and the aisles are blocked. I found myself, I said, wait, I said, no, this can't be. I found myself doing that. And I'm going like, okay, I look at this list, and I start checking it off. When we go shopping with my wife, I start going, honey, we're blocking the aisles. and then you start looking at stuff. Okay, you're like, okay, what's this one? This one? Same thing, right? I mean, it's just two different brands. Then you start asking the staff for recommendations. I think that we just want us, and then when you're talking with the staff, which one's the best one, which one isn't, then you want to start making jokes with the staff. I think a lot of these people are just lonely. I am not that person. I am very driven. I have my list. I know where it is. I go in, didn't get it, but that's it. But I see people talking with the staff. I saw one today. I went to the store, and I could see these people, how they do the demonstration tables. I could see this person like, she's being so nice, but I could see in her face like, oh, this guy, just leave me alone. And this guy just kept talking and talking. I went and did all my shopping, came back, and the guy's still there. Yeah, I'm sorry. We do that. Oh, and then when there's free samples, how can we not get the free samples? Oh, geez, Costco, all the way, go there and, let me have some of this. Let me have some of that. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can have an entire lunch just with the free samples. Okay, I mean, we do this all the time, and we always choose premium brands, right? Not the generic stuff. Now, this guy's a little bit different, but I know my wife, she's got to have this certain brand, no questions asked. Me, you know what? It's generic, it's cheap, I'll take it, okay? All right, and then a lot of times, and I'll do this because it's cheaper on sale, is we always buy on bulk. Okay, that's why, I mean, you go to Costco, I mean, you see all those baby boomers there. We're always buying stuff on bulk. I mean, that cart is full, and I am guilty of this because I always like to have a little bit on the side, okay? In other words, hey, I got some stuff over here. If I run out, I don't have to run to the store. I've got it. And let me tell you what, the last thing you ever want to run out of is toilet paper. Oh, yeah, I've got the plenty on that, okay? So, I got that, got a backup, and got 2 backups just in case, because that is probably the most important paper product you can have in the house. All righty, but always buy in bulk, and we just can't help it. And we're always comparing prices. I am guilty of this. I will make up my list, and thank goodness for apps. And then I start going down the list. Okay, there's at this store, here's at this store. What is it at Amazon? And and just go down, 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 down. So I mean, we're always looking for the deals. But then again, most of us baby boomers are on fixed incomes. We have to look at the deals. We have no choice. We got to do the deals, okay? And we always take, and this is me, okay? With the milk, whatever, we will always take the item in the back, the furthest one in the back, because we know they're doing rotation. We know that they're rotating stuff. And the newest stuff goes in the back. So we take everything out and we go for the last one and bring it. That's just what we do, And this I do when I have a little bit of it. But we avoid self-checkout, okay? I mean, my wife's that way. I mean, she says, I'm paying for this stuff. I want somebody to check it, and I want somebody to bag it, okay? But with me, if I got little items I want to get out, boom, I'll go do self-checkout. But we don't do self-checkout. All righty? I mean, baby boomers don't even use kiosks. We just don't want that. Oh, and how about when we're standing in line? It doesn't matter what line. We start talking with the person behind us. We turn around, we start just having this conversation. We have no idea who this person is. But we'll just talk with them. I mean, it's just one of us. I mean, I don't do that, okay? I'm kind of a private guy, and I have been in retail for most of my life, so I've done all my talking. I've already reached the pinnacle of how many words you can use in a lifetime, all right? But we'll just start talking, okay? We'll just, hey, how are you doing, and stuff like that, and you just can't help it. And then when we're done with the customer, we start chatting with the cashier. We start talking with her, and we just keep on going. And we keep on going. And then we still write checks. Some of us still write checks. I don't. But some of us still write checks. And those are the really, really old baby boomers. And we always use coupons. Okay? Thank goodness most stores have gone to digital coupons, and you can just download it onto your app, and then it goes right into the system. But, oh, my goodness, I'll be there, and there's this person, and they're just, okay, here's another coupon. Here's another coupon. Oh, you're waiting there forever. Okay, I mean, like I said, I love the apps. I love the fact that all you have to do is just download it on your app and that's it. But heaven forbid, baby boomers use the app. My wife still writes everything down on a notepad. I can't get her to go over to the app. Oh my goodness, it's just, we're set in our ways. And we also bring our own bags. A lot of times we bring our own bags. Okay, I mean, I myself, just give me a bag. Okay, I'll go. But a lot of them bring your own bags. And I got to tell you, after a while, they're looking pretty grungy. Okay, I don't want my groceries in some of the bags I've seen. Okay, they're looking pretty dirty. So, yeah, okay, I'm not going to do that. And we pay cash. Right? We pay cash. And the ones that do pay cash, right, count the change right there at the register. Yeah, they give you the change and counting it and stuff like that. And it's like they're not moving. They are not moving until they are absolutely sure that they have every penny they deserve. Oh, and this one. All right, this one. How about struggling with the card machines? How many times have you been behind a boomer and we are just trying to figure out, do I tap it? Do I insert it? Do I slide it? I have no idea. Okay. I myself am a tapper, but I've been behind people and I just feel for them. They have not made the technology change, and the cashier has to come over and they have to guide them through, and this is what you need to do. And I feel for them. Okay. But they just have not grasped or embraced that new technology. So, yeah, I have to feel for them. And we check and we keep receipts. I used to do that. All right. I mean, thank goodness now they have the app that you can go in and you can see your receipts. But oh, golly, we used to have files of receipts. Okay. We used to keep them. We check them and we keep them, and then that's it. And we always get this. And I do this. I am so guilty of this. I am so guilty. And this will be the last one. Okay. We sign up for reward programs. We just can't help ourselves. We sign up for reward programs because we want to get every penny we possibly can. And that just might be in the DNA of baby boomers. All righty. I mean, especially the older baby boomers who think corporate America, right? If you ever listen to George Carlin, that's the way the older baby boomers think. Corporate America, right? Blood-sucking corporate vampires. They're trying to get every penny, so you're not going to get, if I can get a penny from you, I'm getting it. But that's it. I mean, we really look at every time we go to a store. I want you to do this for me. Every time you go to the store, look at this list and see how many times the baby boomers are doing this. And us baby boomers take this list and see how many times we're doing it. After I looked at this list, I thought it was just some disgruntled Gen Zer. I was wrong. I was doing half of this stuff. And I'm going like, oh no. But having said that, it is about time for us to go. All righty. And we will see you next week. And like I said, sometime in January, we'll have our professor back and everything will be just fine. Other than that, you have a great one and enjoy. Thank you very much, and God bless.
We'd like to thank you for listening and remind you if you happen to have any baby boomer topics you'd like us to cover, just email us at growingupboomer@gmail.com. And until next time, may God bless.